Alright, troops, strong and conditioned, live and direct from the Chateau de Burpees. Now, I have a wee story for you guys, a wee story. I was in the gym today and I met a good friend.
To meet a friend.
This friend has been coming into the gym for years and he follows a bodybuilding style training. It's a split, he does chest one day, shoulders one day, arms, the usual.
From Hercules bodybuilding school.
I was looking at him, he was looking a bit out of shape, a bit out of sorts, some would say. And it dawned on me, I said to the guy, you come in here and train every single day. You grab the cable.
Who is it?
It's the cable guy.
You go in the Smith machine, you push, you pull, you push, you pull, you go from there, you go to there. You go from there and you go up to there. But you never go from there to there or there to there. It's always a straight line. Always a straight fucking line.
There we go, straight lines. Straight lines.
And you are doing this to accumulate grams of muscle. Grams of muscle. Because the guy's in his 50s. He's getting old. He's starting to get a bit cranky.
You are a cranky, gross, weird old man.
And he's coming into the gym 5 times a week, an hour a day, to put on grams of muscle. And that is a very low return on his investment. But there are more effective ways to build muscle that will give you more bang for your buck, that will give you a bigger return on your investment. And I've already explained that in the conditioning video. Conditioning is the better approach for men of a certain vintage because they will put on muscle, but at the same time they'll build the efficient engine. They build the work capacity to become an absolute fucking machine.
Where is she?
So, I says to the guy, I says, do you ever put weight above your head? Do you ever lift weight from the floor and throw it above your head? And he was like, nah, never mate, never. So I says, let's fucking try this with 2 kettlebells. Let's try this, man. So we got 2 kettlebells, 2 20-kilo kettlebells. Put them in the deck, my mate grabbed them. I says, clean them up, throw them above your head, and then do 2 lunges. And he was all over the fucking place. He was like Stevie Wonder on an episode of The Crystal Maze trying to collect golden tickets. It was quite sad to watch because the guy can shift some weight.
Shift your weight.
Like he can shift a lot of weight from A to B, but when you challenge him in that plane of movement where things are moving outwards, things are awkward to hold.
That's awkward. That's awkward.
Yeah. He was fucking exposed.
He's been exposed.
He was sweating hard and he was out his comfort zone. He was out his fucking comfort zone.
So we're all out of our comfort zone.
And this was a weight he can handle. And it made me think, your training is boring as fuck. It is sterile. It is moving weights from A to B to accumulate grams of a tissue, which is going to serve you no purpose ultimately. It's going to look good, but all you're doing is making a muscle that bit bigger.
Big muscles.
Now, I am not saying there's anything wrong with building muscle. I love building muscle. But when you look at it through that lens, you realise that it's actually quite a futile experience in some respects, particularly as you get older. You need to focus on other modalities. You need to focus on other aspects of your fitness for you to get a return on your investment. All right, troops, quick advertisement break. Yep, I've went corporate. So as you may have known, I have started up a Patreon recently, and there are 2 tiers in the Patreon. The first tier is just offering basic support so I can keep the channel running and keep content pumping out to you burpee freaks. However, the second tier, the higher one, contains weekly coaching, weekly workouts, Q&As and exclusive content, and all your questions answered. Yep, you have direct access to my brain. All those years of knowledge accumulation can be yours. And you know what, guys? It's for the price of 2 coffees. You cannot argue with that, guys. Come join the community. Come join the strong and conditioned revolution. It's time to take your fitness to the next level, guys. Let's do this. Let's get fit. Let's get jacked. Let's get mobile. Let's get strong. Let's get fucking conditioned. And as life goes on, as life advances, we need to bring the sense of adventure into the mix.
A man with a sense of adventure.
Particularly as we get older, because the adventure goes. Adventure is a young man's game, it's a young man's folly. However, it doesn't have to be like that. And we can induce that adventure. We can create that adventure in the gym. And how do we create that adventure? Well, Burpees creates that adventure. Why? Well, think about it like this. If I go into the gym and I have to do a chest day, I need to do 3 sets of bench press, I need to do 3 sets of chest flies, I need to do 3 sets of dumbbell incline. And every single one is a movement which goes forefoot in front of the body. That's it. And when it stops, it stops. I can't lift any more weight. And that happens within minutes. That's not something that happens within an hour. It's not something that happens within 30 minutes. It happens within 2 minutes tops. Pushing, pulling, boring, fucking boring. However, when I have to do 500 burpees, I've got that target at the end of the tunnel. That target's sitting there and I need to get there. And I know I'm going to have to go through some dark shit to get there. And that's the adventure. That's the sense of adventure. Traversing that darkness to get to the 500. Am I going to make it? Am I going to get there? Am I going to get there under 45 minutes? Is every rep going to be clean?
It's clean. I like clean.
Is my mind going to be able to endure the darkness?
I do not believe this darkness will endure.
That's the sense of adventure. And also taking weights and throwing them above your head. There's an adventurous spirit to throwing weight around. Nowadays when we go in gyms, it's full of young guys and they're pushing the weight and they're controlling it as they come down, controlling it, building muscle. Push, control, fucking boring. Or you can go and grab a barbell and start throwing the barbell about. Throw it about with wild abandon.
It's a wild ride.
That is adventurous. There is spirit attached to that style of training, and that's something we are losing sight of as we descend into this scientific AI-driven era.
AI? Some sort of plague?
Where we are looking for optimal paths to take in order to get results, and we, in the process, are diluting the fun and we're taking away the adventure. So we need to bring adventure back into lifting. We need to have that sense of spirit when we lift weights. We need to have that sense of danger, that sense of play when we grab a barbell and throw it above our head. And we need to combine it with stuff in order to induce that conditioning effect that we crave and we know is going to give us bang for buck return on our investment. So guys, bring adventure back into your training. Your training sucks, it is boring as fuck. The weights, pushing from A to B, a bench press, is boring in its own. Turn it into something fun. Turn it into a sense of adventure. Inject some burpees into the gym experience. Inject throwing the barbell above your head into the gym experience, because this is going to relight the flame. This is going to take the flame and turn that burning ember and create a fucking firestorm so big it could burn a full fucking city down in seconds. Guys, it's all about the adventure. Stay strong and stay conditioned.